Back now on EA Sports at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Buccaneers in possession of the football as we get back into it now in quarter number 3.
On Twitch. Mom hasn't been active on Facebook or Messenger for 6 hours. It's not like her. Yeah, she probably is.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on here to play. That's taken on the 25. 2-yard punt, 6 on the return. And Titan football. Tennessee offense set to go again. We have not seen much on off from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead. Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offenses are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Adjustments. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. Maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a half each.
They have maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. Down, Henry. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion of first. Then you're able to shut down the run on second.
Yeah, rise down. A little bit of pressure. Go quarterback, and they get passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And while all of that was going on with the sack, it appeared we had a player. Well, they come out and take a look at his side for just a moment. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's punted away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That'll be a 40-yard punt, 6 yards return. And the Bucs get ready to go on offense. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They were able to defeat Houston last week. They lead things here as well as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's going to be kicked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them more completions to him in this game.
Throwing again, Mayfield on second. Tries to force it in, and picked by Kevin Buck. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 41.
Gardner, when you're playing cover, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Stay as deep as the deepest. Read the football and go make a play. The free safety made the best play, an interception.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They'll stay in excellent field position following the INT. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry to the 43, second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be how to create space for them to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slip someone at the second.
This one complete to his fullback in the backfield. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. Pull that one in, pick up good yardage.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Room here to run. And he will have a Titan first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing them there to keep the drive going.
Solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here. Able to get this to the 31.
I could see what he was thinking. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's Spears on second down. And he stopped immediately there. On the play there is to the 3rd down and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The 25-yard line here. This is 3rd down. And Cockrell. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here. Of completing a pass supposed to mean you.
So, Charles, they get to them with a turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. Out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Tampa Bay trots out there now. This game has obviously been all about this on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if we can do a drive. Field on 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Start here with a handoff to White. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
We think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But how about the free safety coming up in the time play?
At 2nd down, they'll run with White. Line of scrimmage. No line.
Full sides and stop that one in the midge.
3rd down. Kevin Myers, Blue Raiders.
He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
Just on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. There's a nice move to about
a little bit. You're trying to figure out percentage.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. So they'll get a 3rd down play as we play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. down today. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Levis out of the shotgun now. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is fielded at the 27. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. To throw, Mayfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up, but I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Here's a toss right side with White. Able to fight through one tackle.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And he's got this down to the 35. 102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
1st down, here's White. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Opting to run again here with White. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Evans has it left side. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he's brought down. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
They'll try the right side here with White. Fights him off. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's White. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Mayfield off the play fake. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. So a good drive with a bad end, Charles. They move it down the finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down. Sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Henry again on 2nd down. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped at his tracks at about the 3.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Well, this crowd making it hard to hear. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it again with Henry. But Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He's been terrific so far. And taken at the 46. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. On the draw, here's White. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And it's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Mayfield's throw complete to Otten. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They White. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll go up the middle with White. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Here's 7. On the handoff, this is White. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like in order to kick the field goal.
A big play looming on 3rd down. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They just had to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Bucs going to have a chance to go down and win it. They'll get the ball first here in overtime. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams play for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Escapes the defender. 176 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
That's out wide for Palmer. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 22-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Mayfield to throw it. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
So for Tampa Bay, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. But Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split up.
It's week 11 of the NFL, and our focus is on Rachaad White. He comes into this one second in the league in rushing with an eye on becoming number one. It's the Buccaneers and the 49ers, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 24.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap as it will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south. This game, they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, their head coach has got to believe it in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And bringing them out is the top pick in the 2018 Predator from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. The numbers for White a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Here's second and 7, the 28. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. You look at this Niner defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And those are kind of because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early, chip away at their timing. From this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And the win last punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to 5. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. Now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. He's got his target. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Set up to throw it here. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to 1st down. Purdy from the gun on 3rd. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables.
Now early, see if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Good coverage there holds them to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And they will take over 1st and 10. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On the give, it's White. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Buccaneers at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They stay on the ground with White. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. You look at this Niner defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense tough to run against, and those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second by them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 on top of this.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense. You gotta be kidding me.
So roughing the passer, and this is a Charles, they hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
They understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he's able to going out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. They go play action here, Purdy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward.
NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
Give up here to right end yard. Yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. After 7-0, EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buck football. Save game 10. Mayfield. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and cover essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On the handoff, it's White. Going forward. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. 8 yards there.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And you know, oftentimes the guys who take the ball are the ones in the huddle, the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to bring
the ground with White. He's got first down. Brought down at 2. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, they continue to run the football this strong right up the. I don't know if they can have time to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defense of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball out up the middle.
Yeah, managed to pick up about 4. It's down.
That was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the field a nice lane to hit.
On second down, they'll White. And he'll get 4 here, the 35-yard line.
Most unselfish player in any football team, defensive tackle, because we ask them to just eat the box and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, we just...
Third and short yardage. Able to find the open. That's complete. And he is going to the Buccaneers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Bias observer, it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're there on ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they pick. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. Were they right? That downhill in a hurry limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Mayfield on play action. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Evans, 26 yards. And the Buccaneers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey,
And the defense always preached getting off the field, play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Also, a long, sustained drive the offense.
A 10-play drive that time. And who caps it with a touchdown reception. Ball leaves 7 now as they kick it away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series. This series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or for DB, is there a number of catches, drive, you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm sure there's number, but there's a feel. And what he did in the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yeah, you have to feel that on the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what do we do to take away from him? Because I'm sure the other guys can make those plays, so let's make sure we don't let him get going again.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Another Mitchell. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
And then we saw one of the downsides of blitzing a run down, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run well because you're headed to...
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Bananas out, complete. And he is going to have a first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Ball 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at and really trying to move a little bit towards the center of the field. He can put his foot on the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
He's throw by Kittle. Gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain 10 and a 49er first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try some space to kind of people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's an outrunner. Makes me wonder if some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Mitchell finds some open field here. And they nearly sprung him as he takes this all the way down to the 30. Turns that time and another first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. They'll take this for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 4 yards on the pass. That will lead us into the 2-minute warning. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. now with Purdy. Oh, Buccaneer pressure too much. There he goes. They'll get to the line, but remember, it's also down. Now Purdy. From the right, that's going to be incomplete.
And based on half, they've only converted one time thus far in this game. See the frustration out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Will not be as it sails out of bounds. Well, Rachaad White is Tampa Bay offense going back to work now. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it aimed, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. What an accomplishment that is. Anytime you over 1,000 yards, you're celebrating the NFL.
Benson still chapters in that book, though. Trey Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space to maneuver, but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive lineup. So if they give him any space, he realizes it's his job to make more out of it than when he gets up 3 on that carry.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Here now, third and a on the draw. He's not going to get there. It won't even be close. It was blown up the back. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop seconds to go in the first half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. And Samuel caught left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Purdy. Throw middle, but it's incomplete.
Balls the field is popped up in the air. I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's their defense because there's usually a great amount of body that part of the field, and then one came up with it.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack.
3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. A touch piece. That's what we have that half as they head to the locker room. 7-hour score. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Jonathan Coach. Past the halfway point, and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right to action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. Touchdown apiece. 7 our score. And this will be a touch. Ops not to return it. 49er offense set to begin quarter number 3. It's a tie football game. I think, Charles, the message was at halftime.
Well, I think they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to it in the first half, so we don't have to go and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On second down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half. It manifests itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there?
Once again, it's Mitchell. He'll get what he can, 3 yards, bring up second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough one, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides to walk away, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. And now after that sack here a moment because someone was taken up on that play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 3rd and 19. And now the throw for the backup quarterback. And his throw here is incomplete.
Many times we look at the opening drive quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively. More importantly, force a quick punting situation.
On my computer it's at 100, but here it's
On 4th as the one's away. It's taken to the 26. Following a punt of 41. And the Bucs will get ready on offense. Offense heading back out, and with them comes Rashad White. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could on this drive.
To think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit. Offensive coordinator, we the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking it.
Close to the mark. Hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there. You mirror.
Really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you want play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or plays to win the game? The burden of the play caller.
Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives. Get anything going, so what needs to change?
A lot of the guys speak because everyone has someone assigned to how did he play work? Okay, it kind of worked for in this game. Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility something you haven't shown already in this game, trying to change things up.
Nice of Mr. Dave. Delay of game backs him up 5 first and 15. Going right side, White. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 69 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to 1,000.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs. Keep the clock running. And Mark starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down.
The second down at 7. Now Mayfield. And there's a short one. That's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They need 2. Here's now. Going on the ground, it's White. Will have the first broad field. It's a pickup of 6.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there, and what I mean by that is they were able to relax a little. That was an important play to pick up that first down at this stage.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Mayfield on first down. Cotton brings it in over the middle for a gain of 7, and it's down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second.
Just found a hole in that zone. All spotted at the 45-3. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That is Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
We are two really good defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this.
Absolutely. I'm just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there any find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Now throwing on 3rd down, but he cannot connect. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. Each receiver is not able to get much separation.
That means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and an incomplete pass. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchdown. The 49ers offense, now they get set to head back on the field. And our teams hit a little bivvle, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Lance and the 49ers now. First at the 20. Drive starts with a give to... And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. They had ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their run back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation.
On first down. Throw right. That is going to be caught by Samuel.
Drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he landed in, defender was right on him.
Now 2nd and 3. To turn the corner, but they come out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time. It's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here for 3 yards to pick up the first. Land throw on 3rd down here. Complete. The jar that ball free, and it brings up down.
Did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can miss that play, angles of approach. You're going to get him. Sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, Tyler knocked it free.
On fourth down, on his funding this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. So chicken here on the punt. And out will come the offense. Tampa Bay trots out now. Series form, little disappointing, forced to punt. Now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as this drive. First. The ground. And running room scarce. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially gain on the play, and it's second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
But I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL and have a media offseason and say, look, as many times you're going to carry the ball, you'll be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Be tackled at about the 35. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some going on down the field. Trash talk. The guy who just carried, he's going back and telling his offensive line, job, keep it up, and we'll break that soon.
On 3rd down from 1. Slips up past 5 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. And it's the line not be able to get off a play as time out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. Watching Bell on EA Sports. Here in Santa Clara. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. First down, and they'll get this to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Opting to run again here with White. And he's got this one across field into 49 territory. A field goal from this spot likely out of. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Field looks to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, we say it often, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And this it usually comes down to the team fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back in Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win to give yourself an opportunity.
Niners up 7 that time on the first run.
No matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, it's first down. That fit.
Here's 2nd and 3. Now Lance. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And work it across midfield, side to 45. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives the first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's lean on your stars, and he came with a nice catch, right?
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Atlanta. The middle, and he's got Gray. 5 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And we'll second down. Here's Lance to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Take it down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get it. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. Throwing his Lance on 3rd. Oh, he had him. He was open. Get it to him. It's incomplete.
Had no end that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired a bullet. On 4th down, the punt team is on. This is away. And this will be the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And Tampa Bay out there now. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. They're going to want shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit. Maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A big play there on the catch and run, and even 70 yards.
And the offense is itself up, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a break side of the ball. What did they want to fix immediately?
A real field flipper, because all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. End zone incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position. And they want to get someone, and in this, he had the play, just didn't complete it.
They'll try the right side here with White. And he starts right around the 13. Get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9.
Man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it, and that's when that they have the goods.
Fighting Mike Evans. And they will get at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. So the completion 7 there. And they make it 4th down. So now one of the big kicks of this to break 4th quarter time. And his kick here is good. And they the lead here now at 7. So he wins his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but here a big lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when the beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. Grant will not return it, and his game is 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Opposite, green, check, pink.
They'll start this drive in the air. To the right side by Mitchell. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make one miss.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets traffic a little bit. Get him out in the field into some space. That plays strengths and keeps him where all the You know, make someone miss open field.
On second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with in the air. Never get up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Ready, go.
They'll try and pick with mid. Fighting off the defense. And they get him down, but before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So not a lineman, but the tight end in time drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are much more received than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be there. Oftentimes, they'll be the one the penalties.
They'll run the screen, Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at the 31-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with minutes left to go. Fourth. It's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they've got a fourth down now in a game that has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Desperation time here. Lance. And will go the other way with a football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with field position to boot.
Fourth down and they tear, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
Kinnear ready to go as they tail. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively. Can't just kneel this one out to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first and make them all their time to feel like this one in hand.
And room there to work it inside the 25. And whistles, and we're going to have another stop as they call timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Another run on second down, trying to cover. A strong running. And he'll be brought down inside 20 at the 19. Now San Francisco to call their and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And now the Niners going to go for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now White. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and jump a little time off the clock.
Here's 3rd and 3. Mayfield. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So decision time now because a field goal score game. What do you think?
Well, the down and distance, it's where the issue comes in. Not sure that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, if you take the points, I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Maybe an important fourth quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They put it close. We could have some football, couldn't we?
So Purdy and the Niners down 10-7, 1:06 to play. And they're in danger of a third stress as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the play, we've got an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Inside to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
Ready.
What to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This definitely four-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. Now Lance. And that is incomplete.
Partners, you've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think you and me, let's think a offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best game in order to keep this one alive.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. And his complete.
That's pretty difficult to stop offense 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board. There's an income right there.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Lance looking to throw. Open, and is Samuel complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you've been after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra part.
That's going to sabotage their comeback plans. Entered. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding, needing a touchdown to win. And that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of a 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Now problems right out of the gate. The delay. Now the offense knew we're already starting to walk back. One is accepted. Down one knee, and that's all she wrote. Well, honestly, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that. It completely changes what you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So for the Bucs, they continue to put them in position found by